1-1. Trump supporter castigated for calling Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ay-Ock, a 29-year-old coffee barista. This is in Yahoo.com. A former congressman who supports Donald Trump has been scolded for branding Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a 29-year-old coffee barista. MSLSD host Ari Melber hit back at Jack Kingston, an ex-Republican congressman from Georgia, on Tuesday night after he dismissed the congresswoman as a coffee maker. Mr. Melber was hosting a panel about Mr. Trump's recently leaked private schedules, which revealed the U.S. president has spent nearly 60% of his scheduled time in the White House over the last 3 months enjoying unstructured executive time. Well, at least he's not having sex with interns, or in the case of John Kennedy, having sex with everybody who crosses his doorway, or the case of Lyndon Johnson, having more sex than that. At least they're not unleashing the IRS on the Tea Party the way that Obama's cronies did. That was never criminally investigated. You remember that? And we can go on and on and on. And, of course, the media have no problem with the leaked schedules because it's Donald Trump. If it were Obama, they'd be looking for the racist who did it. The daily schedule leaked by a White House source showed clear discrepancies in what the president was said to be doing with his time on paper compared to his reported reality. This is The Independent, a left-wing paper in Britain. Mr. Melber said, "Surely you can't say this is normal presidential scheduling." Your response? Mr. Kingston replied, "Ari, let me say, number one, here we have a 29-year-old coffee barista telling a man who's made billions of dollars running management and enterprises and investments and real estate all over the globe, and she's going to tell him how to manage the world." But Mr. Melber interrupted immediately, rebuking him for referring to the rising political star's background. "She's not being quoted today based on the fact that she worked on retail or in service," Mr. Melber said. "She's quoted as a member of Congress, the same title as yours. Do you not give her the same respect to the title you held?" Mr. Kingston, a former Republican congressman from Georgia who was a CNN contributor, appeared to ignore his input and simply applauded Mr. Trump. Little thin-skinned there, aren't we, Mr. Melber? And clown Mayor Oppenheim over there at The Independent? President of the United States has been called a racist, an anti-Semite. He's been called Stalin, a Nazi, a neo-Nazi. He's been called a Klansman. He's been called all these things and more. And poor Ay-Ock, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, you better not call her a coffee barista. She's a congresswoman, and she deserves your respect. No, she doesn't. She's a coffee barista. And if she were a he, we got to get rid of these pronouns. It is a coffee barista. It is. Who got elected to Congress. Why can't we say such things? And this is why Ay-Ock, is so angry with him, Howard Schultz. Schultz, who's running as an independent, because he was not a coffee barista. He was a coffee baron. Now, you can attack Howard Schultz because he's a filthy rich billionaire. Call him whatever you want. Go get him, get him, get him, get him. But do not call Ay-Ock a coffee barista. No. Because that's disrespectful. Very disrespectful.